Hey girls, my name is Sierra. I am from the Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast, and today I'll be doing program kits with you all. The first program kit is a lesson in art and sharing. So this right here is the Girl Scout Promise and Law. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Repeat after me. The Girl Scout Promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God in my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. The Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do. And to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Good job, girls. So we're going to move on to step 2. What does it mean to be considerate and caring? Listening, caring, and sharing are all a part of being considerate and caring. Some ways to show that you care are to tell a friend why you like them, be nice to your brother or your sister or other family member, share your toys, listen to someone without interrupting, and ask a family member to join you in a game or activity they are doing. Think of other ways you can show of being considerate and caring. So we're going to move on to number 3. Daisy Girl Scouts earn their petals by learning and doing the parts of the Girl Scout law. So here we have a coloring sheet right here, and Miss Sierra has already started coloring. So this is Zinnie, the zinnia. She says that she is considerate and caring. Okay, so for this picture right here, you're going to color Zinnie with green petals. So I did make a mistake, but you're going to color her petals green. So the petals will be right here, colored with a green crayon, pencil, or marker. And for anywhere else on the page, you can color however you want. So that is number 3. So we're going to move on to number 4 on our instructions. Famous art pieces and colors by numbers. So you have 2 art pieces that need to be colored. So the 2 art pieces are these right here. So we're going to practice being considerate and caring by asking a family member to join in with us on this activity. Okay, so the top of the worksheet has a number that goes with the color. See, on the art pieces, they have numbers 1 through 7 on each of them. They also have a color underneath that number. So number 1 says light blue. So you go ahead and color number 1 with light blue. Now I have already started on number 2, 3, and 6. Okay, so you see how Miss Sierra colored number 2 with orange, and how she colored number 3 with dark green, and number 6 with dark blue. That is how it's supposed to go for each number, okay? So after you finish coloring, then you'll find out the art piece, okay? So you have to complete the whole paper to find out what the picture is. And you can go ahead and complete that with a family member. Now, for the last step of the coloring piece, it says every 5 to 10 minutes, trade the color you are using with your family member so they have a turn. Make sure you say please and thank you. And we also have a bonus step right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask an adult to help you learn more about the famous art pieces once you color them and the artist who made them. Number 5, let's learn how to draw a face, okay? So the instruction says, grab the packet that says draw a face in 10 steps. So this is draw a face in 10 steps. So for your draw a face in 10 steps, you will need a blank sheet of paper. So it did come with your packet. And you would need these pages right here. So it's number 6, page number 7. Need this page as well. Also this page right here. Let's start with number 1. Here we have page number 6 that has the face shapes. So we're going to take our blank sheet of paper right here. And we're going to place it over page number 6, okay? And we're going to trace the face. So the face shape that you feel looks more like your face, you're going to choose that one and you're going to trace it, okay? So trace it very lightly. So I'm going to go ahead and start mine, and I'll show y'all how it's supposed to look. My number 1 was this face right here, and this is how it looks. So remember, on the paper, it says don't push hard on the pencil because you erase this part of the line later. So you're going to erase this later on. So for right now, you're keeping it. So we're going to move on to step number 2. In the middle of the face, draw the eyes. So this is a free draw. Now, if you're unsure how to free draw, just use this paper right here. And you see how they have the eyes up here? They're like an almond shape, and you have to draw the iris and pupil, okay? So which is right here in the middle of the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that part. Part of number 2 also says see page 7 for facial expressions. So here you have a variety of different facial expressions. So you have happy, sad, furious, scared, sweet, surprised, shy, sorry, and playful. So you can choose which facial expression you want to use. So far I have done steps 1 through 6, okay? So number 2 is to draw the eyes. Remember, you can look at page 7 to find the expression. Number 3 is to draw the eyebrows. Number 4 is to draw the eyelashes. The longer they are, the more feminine they are. Number 5 is to draw the nose. There are many ways to do it. I just decided to draw it this way. Number 6, the mouth goes from one iris to the other. And draw the lips. Go to one iris to the other. That means you're trying to compare it to your eyes, okay? So you're going to make it centered in the middle, okay? You don't want your mouth to be too big, okay? So remember, you can go back to page number 7 to get a better example of how you want your face to look. So let's move on to number 7. Number 7, we are inventing a haircut. So this is the one for the women. And if you're drawing a picture for a man, then it will be different hairstyles for right here. But I'm going to go ahead and finish my picture, and I'm going to choose this hairstyle, okay? So a part of number 7, inventing a haircut, you must erase the line of the face, okay? So when they say erase the line of the face, that means the top part of your face right here has to be erased. So remember in the beginning, I said sketch this face lightly because you will have to erase it. So this is my final picture from steps 1 through 9. Okay, so I ended up adding a neck. It's not necessary, but you can add more. For number 10, it says add details to customize your character. So you can add jewelry if you want. You can add accessories, glasses, scars, winkles, makeup, or a hat. To make this picture to represent you the most, you can add whatever you want, okay? So you can change things. You can even add an outfit if you want. So just have fun with it, guys. So we're going to move on to drawing a landscape. So this is our last activity, activity number 6. So number 6 says, grab the packet that says draw landscape. So here I have draw landscape. You will need another blank sheet of paper. So I have this thick paper that y'all received in y'all packet. This cardstock is what you'll be using for your final masterpiece. If you did not want to use your cardstock for right now, you can just use a regular blank sheet of white paper that you also got in your kit. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1 on draw a landscape. So remember, this activity is very similar to your draw a face activity when it comes to sketching. So step number 1 of drawing a landscape is with a pencil, draw the ground and mountains, making perspective by overlapping. That means the closest hill hides a part of the farthest hill. So I did make an example. So when you overlap, one hill might look farther than the other hill. Okay, so this is how it should look. Remember, you are sketching it lightly. So let's move on to number 2. In the foreground, draw some trees. They can be in front or behind the first hill of the ground. Look at page number 3 to find some original ways to make your trees. The landscape can also be whimsical. There are examples of trees, and it shows the cliche and the original tree. And it also has some whimsical trees down here. So cliche meaning it's basic and it's been done before, and that's the regular way of doing it. But if you want to be original, you can choose any tree from up here. And if you want to be whimsical, you can add, different patterns, and you can even add different types of shapes. So here you have triangles. So you could just be creative if you're being whimsical. So my step 2 looked like this. So let's move on to step 3. Add some details to your foreground. So the details can include bushes, grass, an animal, flower, etc. Use the perspective or overlapping. The elements must overlap. So we have an example for number 3 right here. Number 4, draw the elements on the second hill and background. So number 4 is right here. This time use your perspective, smaller in distance. The farthest away the element is, the smaller it is. Don't forget to use perspective with overlapping during this step as well. So here we have number 5 and 6. Draw some elements in the sky. Look at page 4 to avoid the cliches when drawing clouds, the sun, and birds. In a real landscape, the clouds can be in front of the sun, but not behind it, because the sun is too far away. Number 6, draw over all your lines to make them thicker. Add some texture or patterns into the drawing. Example, bark on the tree, foliage, grass, etc. Also on the back of this page, you do have a cliche and original version of the sun, clouds, and birds. So I went ahead and started tracing on my cardstock, and this is what I came up with. So if you made it from steps 1 through 7 on your cardstock, then you are ready to paint. So in your kit, you got 3 different colors of paint and a paintbrush. So you have orange, yellow, and blue. So here I have my paint and my picture. Now, if you like, you could keep your paint and your plastic, but I want to mix my colors. So I'm going to actually pour it onto the plate. So here I am just placing my paint in my plate. And I'm going to go ahead and mix my yellow and blue together. Can you guess what the color will be? If you said green, then you're correct. Now, if you want your green to be darker, you can add more blue. If you want your green to be lighter, you can add more yellow. So now that I mixed it to the color that I want, I'm going to go ahead and paint my trees. I'm going to dip my brush back in my water, and I'm going to use a different color. So I decided to paint my sun orange, just wanted to add some contrast to my picture. Next, I went ahead and painted my bird blue. This is what my picture looks like. I'm going to finish it later. But I hope you guys enjoyed a lesson in art and sharing. If you would like to share your activities with us or just talk about the fun that you had doing this activity, you can send your pictures and stories to this link right here, badgefundfromhome@gsccc.org. Okay? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Before we close out today, we're going to finish with our friendship circle. So because our activity was a lesson in art and sharing, we're going to actually share things that we care about, okay? So I'll go first. I care about my family. I care about my friends. I care about the people around me. And now it's your turn. Share this with a family member or friend. See you later.